Hey, what are you doing in there? Why are you in my bed? We got work to do. Alrighty, so here I am at the end of the workday. We're gonna get started on replacing those shocks and those belts here in a second. But just a little update on life. Just been working, got a promotion, and I'm about to get another promotion here soon. I saved a cat from a car. I'll insert that clip here in a second.
I feel like he's rebirthing a cat.
Oh my god!
Zoom in on that.
Oh my god!
But other than that, nothing much has been going on. My dog's doing good. Yeah, that's about it. I mean, it's just life during COVID, right? Can't go out, can't do much. It's been cooler here in Texas, but still summer heat compared to Michigan. You know how that goes. So, about to hit the shop here soon. So, I'll see you in a second. Alrighty, so I got the lift set on the truck, and I'm just gonna quickly go over what parts I'm using, show you where everything's at, and go from there. So today I've got AC Delco shocks that I got off of Amazon for real cheap. I got an AC Delco AC fan belt, and the only thing I couldn't find was an AC Delco serpentine belt. I couldn't find them for the right price, and I couldn't find them anywhere around me. So I went and got, next best thing is Napa. And one of the things you want to watch out for when you get an AC belt that doesn't have the tensioner or the stretch fit version, you want to make sure that you have a installation tool. I have this from working at Chevy. You can buy them, and you know. Alright, so I know it's loud in here, mainly because of those dickheads over there. But here we have the serpentine belt, and down here in the bottom left-hand corner is the AC belt. I'll show more when I get it back up in the air, because that's how we're going to access it, once it's on the lift. Alrighty, so I have a cover on mine. It's 4 bolts, remove it. Alright, so here we have the AC belt. It attaches to the crank. Like I said, you have to cut it to remove it, and to do this you actually should take the serpentine belt off anyways, because when you go to put this on, you have to turn this crank to rotate the engine to put it on with the tool. So if you're going to do this, just do them both at the same time. It makes it way easier. Fake fan. So I don't know if you can see because I'm blocking my own vision, but you can see that there were cracks in this AC belt. So I don't think it's been replaced maybe ever. So it's a good thing I'm changing it. All right, so it's not that hard. All you do is use the tool, turn the engine clockwise for Sears and Silverado, and that belt will slip right on. As you saw, it's kind of hard to see, but not really. It's like as you got around the belt, right on. I don't know how to explain it. That's about it. It's pretty self-explanatory. You don't need a lift to do it, but it's nice for me to have one. That's why I'm not doing this in a parking lot. But just make sure it's on there pretty well before you start the engine up, and then let it idle while you before you go off and just rip on it down the street, because the belt could slip off. It needs to seat a little, so just fair warning before you start doing fucking rips down the driveway after you installed your AC belt, as a lot of people do. So for right now, while the truck's up in the air, I'm actually gonna cut over and do the rear shocks. Okay, so like I said, these aren't leaking. They're, they work pretty all right, but they're rusty as shit, and they're probably 10 years old at this point. I mean, it's a 2010 truck. These look like they've never been off the truck. And they're not a hard install. 2 bolts, one down here, torque them on the ground, that sort of thing. So I think I'm just gonna quickly montage through this stuff. Again, this isn't gonna be a fucking long video, explanatory exposition. I'm just making it quick and, quick maintenance video. Damn. So one of the things I like to do before I do anything on my truck is compare the parts before I put them on. Because if I got this off and it was the wrong part, before I do the other one, I could just run and go get one. These seem to match up pretty much the same because, no online website's usually going to get it wrong unless they send you the wrong part. And these are rough. The bushings are all worn. I can crush it with my hand. It's mad fucked. like that. So what I've got here is 2 jack stands to compress the lower axle just so I can get these out and put them in easier. I probably should have grabbed them right away, but I'm kind of stupid up here in the brain, so. Alright, so all those bolts and nuts are tight, so I'm going to lower it back down. We're going to put the serpentine belt back on, and we're going to torque these down. But I'm going to let the suspension shift a little, settle in. So. Alright, so I'm about to put the serpentine belt back on. I don't know how I'm going to edit this. I might edit all the belts together and then just go over the suspension, but I didn't really want to have to lower and raise the truck a million times. So I'm going to look at a picture of how the belt went on, because this generation doesn't have a belt diagram, and I'll film me putting it on for you boys. It's kind of a dull day, but you know, that's how it goes. Persuasion. There we go. I'm just checking that the belt's all on, and then I did it all correctly. So looks pretty all right. All right, I know I look super short, and it's not just because I am. There's not much to explain when it comes to these types of things. They're basic maintenance that you learn just as you go. Like with that, all you do is loosen a tensioner, take the belt off, and then keep the tensioner loose and put the belt back on. It's really not that hard. The only complicated one was the AC belt, and we had a tool for that to make it easy. So, you know, just take it one step at a time, and you should be fine. If you need to, take a picture before to remember the way it's routed, because if you route it wrong, it might seem right. I don't think you could fit it any other way, but if you route it wrong, shit could go wrong, and you could overheat your engine if it slips off the water pump pulley. You could jump timing. I don't know, fucking all that shit, bro. So let's get over and torque these shocks down. All right, so here we are under my truck as it's on the ground. I'm laying in a bunch of rust, so that's not fun. But for GM rear shocks, top and lower bolt should be torqued to 85 foot-pounds on the ground, not in the air, on the ground. Even though most of us just like impact it down and call it a day. As my impact did the job, it clicked right away. There we go. That's one side. Got my arm stuck in the diff. Some wild shit. There we go. And for you, I'm gonna let it hoot for free. Ugh. Very nice. Alright, that took a little more than the other one. Must have not put them down that much. Top one's in. Alright, so we replaced the belts, we replaced the rear shocks. I call that a successful day. I get to make a video out of it, which is always fun. And I'll have even more fun editing it, especially when all the boys over here are making all the noise. Shout out to Josh and Caleb, and that new guy that I can't remember his name. But other than that, I'm all done here, and I'll see you in the next video. See ya.